Hey guys, so I am going to attempt to make some vegan sugar cookies. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, like cookies, how hard could it be? I can't even remember the last time I've made cookies. It's probably been years. So I'm up to the challenge of making a vegan Christmas sugar cookie. So let's get started. I'm going to show you the ingredients that we're going to need for this recipe. For this recipe, we're going to need 2 1/4 cups of flour, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cups of vegan margarine, 3/4 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon of almond extract, and then I'm trying 1 tablespoon of egg replacement. You can also use ground flaxseed or ground chia seed, but I'm going to try this for the very first time and let you know how it works out. So we're going to start with the dry ingredients first. So grab a bowl and just put in 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Then we're going to put in a half a teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I never really measure the salt. I always just I think that's a 1/4 teaspoon, right? And now we're going to mix the wet ingredients in another bowl. So grab another bowl and we're on to part 2. So we are going to put in 3/4 cups of white sugar. Yeah, this is the low-fat recipe, but who cares? It's the holidays. 3/4 cups of vegan butter or margarine. And then we're gonna put in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I actually got this from Mexico. It's really, really good. Don't know if I can say that, but awesome. And we are going to put in a half a teaspoon of almond extract. Oh, I just got this. I haven't even opened it yet. Okay. There we go. Half a teaspoon of almond extract. That smells good. And then we're going to try our flax egg here, or not the flax egg, the egg replacement. So let's put that in there as well. And then we are going to mix it up with a hand mixer for probably about 3 minutes. So I won't have that on while I'm filming this because I don't want to annoy the heck out of you. So I'm just going to mix this up and I'll be right back. So now we're just taking the wet ingredients and mixing it in with the dry ingredients. And then we are going to keep stirring this until it forms dough. And then I'm going to put it between, line it between 2 sheets of parchment paper and then roll it out. So here's what it looks like so far. I am probably just going to get my hands in there and it'll be easier than using this spatula. So let's try that. Oh yeah. Honestly, people, I don't really bake at all, as you can probably tell. But you know what? I wanted to try new things, and with the holiday season coming up, I thought, you know what, I want to try a few things, maybe bring them to the office, have my friends try them, and let me know their honest opinion. If they can tell if they're vegan or not, if they're delicious, or, you know, if they turn out. So now that I've made an absolute mess of my hands, I am going to get this dough rolled out momentarily. 1 second. So I was pleasantly surprised to discover that I actually had one of these, a rolling pin. Didn't know I had it, but glad that I do. So I've taken some parchment paper and I put a little bit of flour down on there because that's what my mom and grandma always did. So I don't know, I'm just gonna do what they did. The dough looks like normal dough, so I'm pretty happy about that part turning out so far. So I'm just gonna flatten it down in here, get rid of this flour before I make a disaster happen, and get rid of this bowl. And then I'm going to just roll it in between 2 sheets of parchment paper, about a 1/4 inch thick. So far, so good. Honestly, if these turn out, I'm going to be so happy because, like I said, I seriously can't remember the last time I made cookies of any sort. Okay, I think that seems pretty good. It's not really a good shape. I'm gonna redo that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put it on a baking tray, but I'm gonna put it in the freezer, I think for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna cut them into little Christmassy shapes. So be right back. Did I mention there's gonna be icing? Oh yeah, we're gonna do this. Let's do this, people. So I don't even know if I've ever made icing before, but I'm gonna try my darndest. So I'm just gonna put in 1 cup of icing sugar, or else commonly known as powdered sugar, and 4 teaspoons of non-dairy milk. I am using an almond coconut blend. You can use whatever you like. And I'm gonna just stir this together, and hopefully it will resemble icing. And then I think I'm gonna put it in 2 separate little bowls and put a little bit of food coloring in it just to make it special. So the cookie dough is almost ready, couple more minutes, and then we're gonna cut our cookie shapes. Yay! Okay, so I searched through my archives of cookie cutter shapes, and these were the only 2 that I really liked, a star and a circle. Not too exciting, but that's what we're gonna go with. So I've taken the dough out of the freezer, and I just want to see. Okay, I think that's good. I hope that's good. So we're just gonna put these on a parchment paper lined baking tray. I've preheat my oven for 350, and then I'm gonna let them bake for 8 to 10 minutes. And then once they cool, oh, look how nice the star is. And then once they cool, I am going to put the icing on them. So let's get these in the oven. Okay, so I searched through my archives of cookie cutters, and the most exciting things I could find was a circle and a star. There were others, but we're just gonna go with these. So this is what it's gonna look like. I think that they are going to be amazing. Let's cross our fingers. I'm going to cut these. I preheat the oven for 350, and I'm gonna let them bake for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then once we cool them down, we can put the icing on them. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so I just took the cookies out of the oven, and I ended up baking them for 10 minutes at 350. So I'm just going to let them cool down, and then I'm gonna put the icing on them. So the cookies are cool and they're ready to have the icing put on them. Now, I put the food coloring into the icing, and I used red and green to try to be festive. And it kind of turned out like mint green and a weird pink color. You will see momentarily. Okay, so here's the icing situation right now. Yeah, not exactly what I was hoping for, but I mean, once it's on the cookie, it doesn't look that bad. But I also decided that a few Christmas sprinkles could save the day. So I'm gonna continue on with putting the strange colored icing, and yeah, I'm not good at this at all, on these cookies. And then, oh my goodness. And then I'm just gonna put some sprinkles on top. So hopefully that will save the day. Let's just put some on right now just to see what they look like. I mean, yeah, that looks pretty good, right? Not bad. Okay, so let's just try to ignore the bizarre color of the icing with the food coloring. Otherwise, the cookies taste really, really good. I'm still laughing about the color of the icing. But other than that, honestly, the cookies taste delicious. I just ate 2 of them. So they are good. Just maybe I should have just left the icing white and then tried to decorate it some other way. But I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you try to make these sugar cookies for your family this season. Mwah.